Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how I brew my coffee at home using the Aeropress. I've been using this device for 2 years now and it never fails to give me a good cup of coffee even from month-old beans. The best thing I love about the Aeropress is I can bring it wherever I go. I brought this to my trip in South America to Patagonia, hiking for 5 days, and my caffeine need was never compromised. It's really easy to use, very easy to clean, you can just pack and go with it, and it's fun as you can try out different methods and play around with the ingredients. YouTube's got dozens of tutorials on how to make one, but in the long run I've just come up with my own recipe and this is what I'm demonstrating here. I start off dosing 15 grams of fresh coffee beans from 7 seeds, and by fresh I mean at least 2 weeks old fresh from the roast date. You can try different types of roasts, but the espresso blends taste perfect for me. I use a Caffeine grinder which enables me to size my grinds to 11 degrees, and you saw me locking mine at 7, which gives me coarseness like that of table salt. I've tried dialing the grinder up and down, adjust the brew time, and play around with the temperature and water amount, but whichever grinder you're using, I recommend for the table salt kind of grind. Just aim for that. Taste is pretty subjective with your coffee, making your own coffee. So it may be a trial and error at first, getting the right size or correct amount of water and temperature. But you can always start off with one recipe like mine and do your adjustments day by day in the long run. I've always used paper filters and I've never complained about it. Some say it's got papery taste in the final brew, so they use metallic filters, but nah, can't complain. I rinse the paper filters and set up my Aeropress this way. There are 2 ways to start your brew with the Aeropress, at least the only ways I know how, and you can either go with the instructions that came with the packaging or do what I just did in the video, the inverted method. I usually go for this one because it maximizes immersion and extraction, and no amount of water gets through anywhere to compromise that. As for the water, I boil 200 mils at 93 centigrade and aim for 90 seconds of total brew time. 30 seconds for the bloom phase with half of the water, and then pouring the rest at 60 seconds. I usually stir a little, as you saw, gently, just for 5 seconds to reinforce extraction. Let all the flavors get off the grounds, let into the brew. There may be a little bit of science that you need to know about, and I'll leave you to research that because brew adjustments may be coffee roast dependent. It depends on how much CO2 there is in your coffee roast, if it's lighter or darker. It's not rocket science, but a little bit of chemistry may help because again, taste is subjective. And at the 90-second mark, you flip the Aeropress and press all the way, and voila! You get your good cup of coffee.